This is Local 15 News.
We continue to follow breaking news tonight at 6 o'clock. A sixth grader is recovering after she was hit by a car. Mobile Fire Rescue responded to Phillips Prep School just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. Local 15's Lauren Sarchapone joins us now with the moments leading up to the accident. Lauren?
Hey Kim, I'm out here at Phillips Preparatory School off Old Shell Road, where an 11-year-old girl was struck and pinned under a car on school grounds. Now, if you take a look at this video, this is the scene we pulled up to. Mobile police say the girl was lying in the grass of the school's lawn when the car hit and pinned her. Steve Huffman from the Mobile Fire Rescue Department says airbags were used to lift both sides of the car to free the girl. She was transported to the University of South Alabama Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, according to an Instagram post by the school, the girl has broken ribs and a broken pelvis. Mobile police say no charges are expected to be filed against the driver of that car. Now, I did speak with one concerned parent. She says she constantly sees elementary-age children walking from Old Shell Elementary School up here to Old Shell Road. Now, you can see that the traffic is pretty steady. It's been going the entire time I've been sitting out here, and this mother says that if something like this can happen on school grounds, she says this should raise safety concern for all students. Reporting live in Mobile, Lauren Sarchapone, Local 15 News.
Lauren, thank you. Mobile police need your help identifying the woman in this picture here. She is accused of stealing the identity of several people in the Mobile area. Police say she opened credit card accounts in their names and then used it at several local businesses, including the mall. Police say she has spent more than $10,000. If you know who this woman is, call police. A man is facing a slew of charges tonight after police say he attempted to run over his girlfriend before leading police on a chase. Officers were called to the intersection of Schillinger Road and Old Shell Road just after 3 o'clock yesterday. That's where police say the suspect had stolen his girlfriend's car and attempted to run her over in a parking lot. The suspect wrecked the car at the intersection of Glen Acres Drive and Austin Lane after the chase. He will be taken to jail following treatment for minor injuries at a local hospital. The search continues tonight for the suspects who robbed a local convenience store. It happened last night at the Stadium Food Mart on Virginia Street. Police say 3 men, 2 of them with guns, entered the store wearing masks. The group left with an undisclosed amount of money, cigarettes, and cigars. Call police if you have any information. It's a smell folks in one community can't seem to get rid of. Folks in the 8 Mile community have been complaining for almost 7 years about the chemical that Mobile Gas leaked into the area. Local 15's Madupe Idowu joins us now with what residents have to say about the situation. Madupe?
Well, residents say they're reliving a nightmare all over again, Kim. For years, they've dealt with this odor, and just when they thought it was over, it came back.
It gets aggravating.
Patricia Alford has lived on Walter Street in 8 Mile for 40 years, but the last 8 have been horrible.
Smelling gas early in the mornings and late in the evenings.
But it's not gas, it's mercaptan, a chemical used to give the odorless gas a smell. ADEM reports Mobile Gas leaked the chemical underground in 2008. Using a vaping system, the company claimed it would get rid of the foul odor. Years later, it's come back.
5:30. Then 6:30.
Within the last 3 months, Alford started marking her calendar when she's hit with the smell. She says it's worse at night and in the morning.
You know, you get outside and you smell it, you keep smelling it, you don't want to smell it no more.
The odor irritates her sinuses, she says, and according to a government study, the short-term exposure to mercaptan includes vomiting, diarrhea, difficulty breathing, lung congestion, kidney damage, and even coma. The government study also states there's no info of long-term health effects, which concerns Councilman Lorenzo Martin.
And that's the most scary part. If you knew what the long-term effects was, you can kind of prepare yourself for that. But the long-term effects is unknown.
Bad odor 6 signs can be seen all around 8 Mile, and Alford is looking forward to the day she can take them out her front yard and end the smelly cycle.
Well, ain't much I could do about it, you know, because we went to the meetings and all that stuff. And like I say, I just had to deal with it until they get it fixed.
Now, we contacted Mobile Gas, but they were unable to comment. They told us because of pending litigation, 8 Mile residents have filed a lawsuit against the company. The first court date is this Monday, and ADEM is monitoring cleanup efforts. They tell us they are aware of the problem and will put up a second remediation system. Live in the newsroom tonight, I'm Medupe Ido, Local 15 News.
Medupe, thank you. Councilman Lorenzo Martin is organizing a meeting to discuss the odor issue. It's happening next Tuesday at High Point Church. The meeting is set for 6:30. Leaders of the Navy have reaffirmed their commitment to the LCS program at Austell. Alabama Congressman Bradley Byrne questioned the leaders, including Navy Secretary Ray Mabus, during a House Armed Services Committee hearing today. Mabus explained the negative consequences of breaking production at Austell.
You, number one, lose some very skilled craftsmen. It's very hard to get that back. The industrial base impact are enormous. Number two, you end the economies of scale that we have now and the ability to do these ships one after the other.
The Navy has implemented design upgrades recommended by the Small Surface Combatant Task Force. Mabus says he doesn't believe the 52 ships will be built under the current budget and build plan until 2028. The city of Mobile is spending more money on Hank Aaron Stadium repairs despite the fact that the Bay Bears haven't paid rent since 2013. Local 15's Christian Jennings joins us now. Christian, the group that owns the Bay Bears is saying it's not that simple.
That's right, Kim. Its position is the city hasn't met the terms of the contract for years by neglecting Hank Aaron Stadium. City officials say they're finally making those upgrades. Now they expect the Bay Bears to play ball by living up to their end of the bargain.
City officials say the Bay Bears owe around $200,000 in rent. This after the city already waived more than $800,000 the team owed in 2011.
The last time they were current on rent was 2013.
Still, today the City Council approved a $22,000 contract for improvements to the audio system at Hank Aaron Stadium. Gina Gregory and Bess Rich voted against the measure.
They have been in arrears. They continue to be in arrears. They have a past history.
This is a city-owned facility in an important part of town with a massive development complex coming online in the very near future. We have an obligation to maintain this 20-year-old facility. Our position has been make sure that the city is in compliance with its terms of the contract and lease agreement. Once we have that, we have a foot to stand on to hold the Bay Bears accountable.
The managing partner of HWS Group, which owns the Bay Bears, says in his opinion, they don't owe any rent.
Right. I'm not going to pay money back that I don't owe. If anything, in my opinion, the city owes me money. Basically, there's a lease agreement between the team and the city, and the city has been in violation of this agreement for years and years and years. And as a result of this, it's cost the team hundreds of thousands of dollars.
He used the field and drainage issues as a prime example.
We led the league in rainouts this past season. We had 7 rainouts. That's 10% of our home games. And any time you have those issues, I mean, it certainly hurts your bottom line.
The council already transferred nearly $500,000 into a Hank Aaron account, money the city plans to use next year to fix the drainage problems. And both parties say they're meeting next month to further discuss everything in detail. Kim?
Christian, thank you. The city of Mobile will wait another 3 weeks to vote on an ordinance that would regulate the distribution of handbills. Now, those are basically the advertisement bundles often thrown on your front porch or sidewalk.
The whole thing is aimed at reducing the litter in the city and addressing these stormwater runoff issues, because what happens with a lot of this stuff is it ends up on the ground, no one picks it up, and it contributes to the litter problem.
A committee meeting will be held March 31st at 1:30 to further discuss the issue. Marriage license operations remain closed in Mobile today. This after Judge Callie Grenade refused to stay her decision, ordering probate judge Don Davis to issue licenses to same-sex couples. Grenade in January ruled that Alabama's same-sex marriage ban is unconstitutional and that Davis could not refuse licenses because of a couple's sexual orientation. However, earlier this month, the Alabama Supreme Court issued a ruling telling all probate judges to refuse to issue the licenses. In response, Davis shut down all operations. The legislation aimed at tackling prison overcrowding in Alabama was approved today by the Senate Judiciary Committee. Much of the proposal is aimed at keeping lower-level drug and property offenders out of prison. Alabama prisons house twice the number of inmates than they were originally designed to hold. The bill also proposes the construction of 1,700 new prison beds. Well, it's a St. Patrick's Day story that gets better every time it's told. How long it's been since we first heard about the leprechaun in Crichton?